In today's lesson, we will be covering the basic features of a circle. And as definitions, I'll start with some words that we need to make sure each student knows the definition and how to calculate. The first one will be the radius. The radius is the distance from the center of the circle to its edge. The next one is the diameter. The diameter is the distance from one edge of the circle through the center to the other edge. And the next one is circumference. The circumference is like the perimeter around the circle. How far is it around the circle? And it's the distance around the outside of the circle. And then the last one for this lesson will be covering the area of the circle. The area is what is enclosed by the circle. It's the area that's enclosed by the circle. And each of these have their own formula. For the radius is the diameter divided by 2. If you know the diameter, you can just divide it by 2 and you'll have the radius. Or if you know the circumference, you take the radius as the circumference divided by 2 times pi. The diameter is twice the radius. So if you know the radius, you multiply it times 2. That gives you the diameter. It can also be calculated as the diameter is the circumference divided by pi. The circumference can be calculated as pi times d if you know the diameter, or the circumference can be calculated as 2 times pi times r if you know the radius. The area of the circle is a formula for the area of the circle is pi times the radius squared. Okay, and we'll start out with a couple of examples here. The first one, they give us a circle with a diameter of 8 inches. We know that this is a diameter because from what we just learned from the vocabulary definition of a diameter is the distance from one edge going through the center of the circle to the other edge. And in this case, it's 8 inches is the diameter. Okay, and then also we learned from the formula for a diameter radius. The radius is half of the diameter. So the distance of the definition for a circle is the distance from the center to the outside edge of the circle. So this is the radius. And so it's diameter divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So the radius here is 4. And this is in inches. Okay. And so we know that the formula for an area, to find the area, is equal to pi times r squared. So if we know that pi, for the problems in this classroom, we'll use pi is equal to 3.14. It's actually an endless number, but this is close enough to get for what we're needing in our classroom. Pi is equal to 3.14. It's a fixed value. So we've got 3.14 times the radius. The radius we found is 4 here, squared. So we got 3.14 times 4 squared, which is 4 times 4, 16. 3.14 times 16 is 50.24. And in this case, since it's an area, it's inches squared. Okay, for the perimeter, or the circumference, we know the circumference is equal to pi times d. So if we know what d is, they gave us d up here, 8 inches is the distance from one edge to the other edge going through the center of the circle. So it says pi times d, which is 8. And we know pi is fixed number, it's always going to be 3.14 times 8. 3.14 times 8 is 25.12 inches.